Hey there, everybody. This is Pastor John. Jag, I usually do Jesus Coffees, which I did already today, but I felt a need to do a different video about writing a book. I've written like 5 books, actually 6. Well, if you do Spanish, 7, but and I just want to tell you my story a little bit, how this came about, what happened, because a lot of people come up to me through the time and said, well, I want to write a book, I want to write a book. And I was like, well, go do it. Sometimes people, they say they want to, but they don't end up doing it. So I just wanted to encourage you a little bit about my story. I don't know, it's so hard to fit in. I'm not going to fit all the details in, everything. I'm just going to give the highlights. I was pastoring in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and basically I'd taken a hiatus from writing since I was 14, and so that was like almost 25 years had passed, and I just, focused on raising kids, being a pastor, playing basketball, going to college, doing things, and learning Spanish. I mean, a lot of stuff happened there, a lot of good things, but I loved writing when I was a kid, and then one day, I was just feeling a ton of pressure. We planted a church in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and it was a beast. I mean, it was a tough place. When we got there, 5 churches started after we started, and they all failed by the time we were still there, like 7 years later. So I'm just saying, it was a hard place to be. A lot of racism. There's a lot of violence, murder. It was a tough place. Long story short, I needed in my life an outlet. We all need an outlet. So, and before I go any further, I want to tell you, I'm not coming from a perspective of become a successful writer and make millions of dollars. No, I'm not coming from that perspective at all. I've made a little bit of money, tiny bit, just enough to pay for more books. And people have bought books, but not tons. I'm not what you'd call a highly super successful writer, but that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose is that you find an outlet, and writing is one. And I'm focusing on the writing only. Of course, people could sing, do art, and do the other things, and they can maybe relate to it with this, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about writing. So I always wanted to write my story when they thought I was an undercover drug agent in this one town, and I was followed. Long story, I wrote my first book about it called Dulapa, D-U-L-A-P-A. Then I wrote the second one, which was all made up. None of it was true, but both books are fiction because I added some things to the first. But basically, the first one I wrote in 3 months, 2 months maybe, about 240 page book in like 3 months, 2 or 3 months. I just went in and locked myself away, and whenever I could, found minutes, found time, and I wrote. And I wanted to tell the story, and it was really cathartic because it helped me deal with, just get away for a second. Sometimes you can get away with something for a second, from something. You come back to it, you have a fresh mindset, and it helped me. And I put myself in that world when I was being chased around, and people, drug guys were after me, and police were after me, and everyone was after me, and no one believed me, and crazy. Just check the book out if you want. It's called Dulapa. Anyways, so long story short, I wrote that book, and then there was another process of 6 months, 8 months to a year before it got published, because it's a big deal. Once you finish it, you have to edit it and do a lot of stuff. But that's another video. I just want to focus on getting you to write. Why should you write a book? The reason is because you should get your thoughts and feelings out. You should get your creativity out. If that's something God's guiding you to do, you should do it. So that worst case scenario, your family could read it. The people could know where you're coming from. You could leave something behind. It's a beautiful thing if you're anyone creative, painter, musician, or whatever. Do that thing. Release that gift. Do it for yourself, not for money, not for glory, not for fame. Do it because you want to do it. I know of a pastor, a great man of God. I've known him a long time. He's got these amazing stories. And I thought, man, I said, you should go write a book. So people remember your life and remember what God did through your life. Not you, but God in your life. And he's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think I could do it. I'm too old. I can't. And I said, well, I'll help you. Or you could just read it, talk it into a tape, and someone could type it up. But he didn't really, God bless him, great man of God, totally respect him, but he didn't really want to do that. So I was like, okay, but what a missed opportunity for the generations that follow. This great man of God, I mean, imagine how great would that be to hand a book. This is kind of the life I had. This is something I produced. This is something that your grandfather did. It would be awesome. So if you have a heart or a mind to write, and I could do a bunch of other videos if there's interest, let me know about how to start, what to do, what to focus on, how to get the editing process and all these other things. But you need a team. You can't do it by yourself. But long story short, you should do this. If God's calling you to do it, I encourage you, write your book, write your short stories, write your poems, get the stuff out just for your sake, to get away, to fulfill your life, to be well-rounded, just to be the whole you God created you to be, the creative you. We're all born to create something. Some people it's paintings, and some people it's creating, being behind the scenes and making sure someone else is, you're doing all this stuff to make someone else's product look amazing. That's a gift, a calling from God as well. So I encourage you, I love y'all, be super blessed. If anyone is interested in more of these type of videos, talking about writing, where to start, what to do, maybe hear more of my story, I will do more. But if you're not interested, that's cool. I hope I got this out and maybe inspired one or two people to go for their dream, extend their creativity, and do what you're supposed to be doing for God. So find an outlet. And if writing's yours, I encourage you to do it. Let me know if you want some more of these videos. Be super blessed. Please share it with somebody. Thank you so much. I'm Pastor Jon McCullough, San Angelo, and thank you so much.